I'm Melissa Chelius, and this is my stewardship story. My stewardship story and my coming back to faith are both not short or easy roads. Growing up, I remember my dad saying he didn't like to come to church because the pastor would say it's a sin to buy lotto tickets. Aside from that, we were just that family that went to church every now and then, but mainly on Christmas and Easter. After my parents divorced, the frequency of going to church didn't get any better, and certainly through my college years, there was no change there either. As my mom remarried during my teen years, her relationship with the church grew while mine really remained the same. After college, I moved out and I was living on my own with my brother. I'm sure my parents were proud to have me out of the house, paying my own bills and being independent. As my mom started to attend church more, I would get invites here and there, which I gladly accepted. God has always been in my life. Just whether or not I was listening to him was another story. Nonetheless, I've always felt connected spiritually in one way or another to God. I will say I do have one defining moment that is as clear as yesterday on God calling out to me to reconnect to him, to rebuild our relationship and rebuild my life. I reached a time in my early 20s that was rough. I graduated from college with honors, cum laude in 2008, but was starkly faced with the daunting now what stage of life. My now what stage ended up being working part-time, always responsible, mind you, and taking care of my obligations, but no clear direction for a future, stable long-term employment, or even major long-term goals. I went through a phase of partying, substance abuse, and overall lack of general emotional care. And through all that, God was there. He was like a good father, waiting, watching, and listening. And one night, Jesus came to me in a dream, almost a whisper, while I was waking up, and he said, "Read the Beatitudes. Go and read the Beatitudes. And when you wake up, don't do anything else. Just find them and read them." So I did. The funny thing is, I had no clue where my Bible was. So I just popped open my laptop and made that trusty Google search. When I found the Beatitudes in Matthew chapter 5, I started reading them, and I couldn't control the streams of tears down my face. God spoke to me that day. And through those verses, he showed me that everything I felt I was missing in my life, everything that I hurt for, everything that I hurt from, could be fulfilled by him. That is just the most amazing news to me. I needed to accept that. I needed to accept him and to build and grow our relationship. I realized that I had another calling to build and grow our church. And through this experience and renewal, it really lit a comfort and dependence on God that I had not yet known. God was going to take care of me. I knew that and I trusted that. So I needed to take care of the church and take care of others. Fast forward a few years and I have grown considerably, but those fundamentals haven't. I have a thriving career in real estate. I have a wonderful growing family, and I have the most supporting and caring husband, really beyond what I had ever dreamed of. With that success also comes responsibility. My realization has been this: God has blessed me with my talents and my gifts and my income, and at any point in time, they can be taken away. Taking this one step further, I've grown to realize that they aren't my talents, my gifts, or my income. They're his. It's not my budget. It's not my spending money. It's his. In other words, I just get to borrow these gifts, but it's really my responsibility to steward them and give some of them back. So with that, I choose to tithe each and every month. And further, I will choose to give to this capital campaign above and beyond what my regular tithing amount is. I want to build and grow our church just as God has built and grown me. And I do hope you join me in carefully prayerfully considering what gifts God has given to you and what gifts you can return to Him.